Hello, here we are again. And today I want to expand my tool that imports into Unity for the game Split Fiction. I have no idea if you ever seen this, but this is a new game. It's based on Unreal Engine 5. And I have not worked on Unreal Engine 5 before, like at all. I have only worked on Unreal Engine 3 and 4 so far. And my plan is to learn Unreal Engine 5 file formats together with you today. The idea is I could, of course, go into the source code, it's open source, and just look up how the files are loaded. And from there deduct how to load them. But other people already have done the work before, so I just look up from them. It's, I don't know, it's not really stealing, I will credit them. And provide the links that I used here in the description later. But I have to apply it or adapt it to my own code anyway, so we can follow up then in a hex editor what everything is doing here and then see how far we get today. Okay, so the idea is that when I open the folder for Split Fiction where the pack files are, that I will see. Let me quickly open that folder. The files inside it. So that's how it looks. You have 3 different types: pack, ucas, and utoc, and sometimes not even a pack file. So, and these are gigabytes in size. And the utoc files are the small, let's say, inventory files that tell where everything is, how it's named and stuff like that. And I prepared in my code already a place where I can add a completely new Unreal Engine, and I already added the version to my enum list so I can later support it. And well, let's just start and add the game itself, because so far my code doesn't know anything about this game. So let's make it exist. First off, in my enum, Split Fiction. That's already it. Then for displaying stuff in my tool, I also want to add a proper title string. Okay. Game hints. Yeah, different games have different keys. So this one luckily has none, as far as I have seen already, like in the pack file. This is all unencrypted or not obfuscated, so there's probably no key or stuff needed at all. So let's make a copy of this. This is mostly for my loading code to know what game we are loading and what engine type. So if we detect this game, we want this hint with these informations. Encrypted, false. We don't have a magic here as far as I understand. And these don't matter either. And this can just be null. We don't need a key. Okay, great. So how this will work is following. I rebuild this here, hopefully without errors. Okay, that's already bad. References. It actually found them. So just go there. Unity engine. Okay, how about we clean this first? Rebuild. Editor, show potential fixes. Why is it not loading the references? Okay, let's see if this file exists. Aha, there we have the problem. See, Unity Hub. Where actually is my editor? Hub, Unity Hub. Okay, never mind. Let's find it this way. Unity 6. Okay, so this would be here. And then we also still need data managed Unity engine. Unity engine, okay, that is correct. And that is just the path we need to apply here. Okay, quick hack, this should be just the part, should just be part of the project file. So let's close Visual Studio for a second. The editors, there's my project. Assets. Wrong project. Right project. And CS project file. No. Okay, replace. This with that. Replace them all. Hope for the best. Save and reload. Okay, this looks a lot better. Rebuild. And it just works. That's how I want this. Well, then I have Unity already open here and a little test project where I can use and try out my importer tool. And I want to update it. So in this case, I go not here. This I still need. Let's just open a new one and copy in the new version. Unity should update. Working very hard here. For all future updates I will probably just cut the video at the point so you don't have to watch me waiting for the loading bar. So if I now open a folder, especially in that packs file folder, I should now have the options to use split fiction. And can't do anything with it, no files to load yet, because I haven't implemented anything yet. But okay, let's start with that. First, let's add a folder. Unreal Engine 5. Because everything from Engine 4 I will keep here, and essentially I have to re-implement everything from here in Unreal Engine 5. Starting with the content files. So how does this work? As I said, we have these three types of files that belong together, and essentially I just have to search for the utoc files first, and that will be the first files to take apart. And let's see how far we get. Again, first let's go to the loading part. ditto front end that loads all the files. So, case, game engine version, Unreal Engine 5. So, something has to load it if we figured out this is for Unreal Engine 5. So for all files. So it would be interesting to see what files we actually get here. Yes, stop debugging. Attach again. This is still the old version. Get all files. And let's see if I actually have implemented filtering or not, because I'm not sure. Sure, go ahead, and we have all types of files. Alright, that is great. Good, let's continue that. Stop it here, fine. Okay, so the next step would be to try to load this file and see if it's an Unreal Engine 5 TOC file. So let's make this class first. Class. So these have actually a name. IO store TOC resource. I'm pretty sure that is a name from the Unreal Engine source code itself. So let's stick to that. Resource, okay. Public class. Let's look up from pub file. How I do it here. I have the path of the file. Yes. And if it's valid, I want this header to create one. And I can also reuse this. I want to open the file and read from it, so yeah, this helps. That looks nice. This valid is not true. And back to my loading part. So Unreal Engine 5 TOC store. Right, and if it's valid, we would add them to the registry files, to which I have to make a new wrapper, because my registry, if you want to load something into my file system here, is supposed to support multiple engines. So you want to load in an Unreal Engine 5 and an Unreal Engine 4 game together to load stuff from them. Why not? I just need to keep in mind, or in memory, what type of engine it is and how to handle it. So let's make a wrapper for that. First, something to hold the data. So you can see I have not implemented previous engines either, but I plan to. Let's just call it package for UE5, a generic name. Make a new constructor. File. because these package files will contain files internally, so this is just the outer container. Later I will have to make one for an entry inside it. And this would be Unreal Engine 5. It's called package engine, would be UE5. Package UE5. That's the one I put in. Nice and universal. Same deal here. I don't have a file entry yet. Okay, I'll have to do this later. Front end, so this would be valid. And let's remove that for now. Just so I get logs that I loaded the file. Okay, great. And otherwise, just tell we couldn't load this. Alright. Should be it. So far, this will never be true, so it can't load it yet. You should be able to see that it's iterating over the files. Copy new. Maybe it goes faster this time, let's see. Alright, let's try that again. Split fiction, okay. Console. Yep, there are all the files. Good. So let's start taking those files apart. Talk resource. Let's start with the hex file. So I guess I start with global because this is the first one. And there really are not many entries in here. That's not fun. Let's take a bigger one. Okay, let's close all of them. And just the one from one pack chunk. So we have the pack file, the CAS file, and the UTOC file. UTOC file start at the start, and they have this little funny header here that I just want to check against. So they have that already defined somewhere nicely. I will copy a lot from here. Well, let's make this an extra class maybe. Yeah, I can take pretty much all of this, just adopt it. Here's the rest of the fucking all. You would be called EU store talk header. EU store talk header. Almost. So that is fine. EU store talk version, container ID. These are funny things that I can read from. Okay, let's see how I did this in my pack file. The header gets a stream and the hint. Okay. Okay. Pack file header. Want to keep this for later. that is used for. Yeah, that's a constant. Let's put this out. Why is that a mix of private and public stuff? I don't like private and public stuff mixed, but it's then in order at least. Okay, let's keep the order. Top magic. Okay. Actually, 16. Sweet. Top magic. Start finish. Oh yeah, and I need an is valid variable again. So let me just return at this point and we just give up. So what is this funny talk version? Interesting. Let's just take it at hand and assume this is just true. Okay, cool. But this is just a byte. Okay, so let's compare. We have the 16 bytes from the magic number. Now we want to read the version, reserved, header size, let's check that, that's 90, yeah, that fits. Okay, so let's read a byte. Okay, same here. Boom. So we have that. Huh, 1 days. Okay. One days. Okay. Let's start at the top. Container ID. Okay, what is in container ID? Just a struct. This is just a ulong. Next would be this. Yeah, it's pretty generic. Do I already have something like this? Yeah, I mean, Nobody really cares about these. Essentially these are 4 ints after each other. So then we have these container flags. That's interesting. Flags. Didn't know this keyword exists. I have to look this up later. Set of flags. Nice. Container flags. And these are then just a byte. Okay. Okay, too long. Problem here. Okay, 5 longs. Sure, why not? So everybody happy. Boom. If you get this far, it is valid. Okay, nice. Back header, let's go to our resource. So we now have a header. FBO store together. Stream. Oh, and this game. So far so good. And if it's not valid, turn as well. Okay, nice and easy, and let's test this. And build, copy it, it's loading. I mean, you could follow up everything in the hexadecimal right now to see the values that I'm expecting. But let's just do the code. Also working. Yeah, please reload. Yes. Touch again. Now we should be able to get here. Fiction. Okay. What file do we get? Okay, let's continue. Okay, that's the one I'm interested in. Chunk 0, okay, let's go into it. Let's just step over it, and it's valid. Let's see what values we get. Okay, that all looks like valid data. Entry count, header size, the magic, results all 0. Yep. Game hint is null, that is bad. Let's add this. Oh, can't find, yeah. Wrong one anyway. Failed to load. Failed to load. I never set it in the actual in the store talk resource. This also exists here and I don't set it yet. Should be happening at the end. Also in the header, my hint. Oh, never mind. Okay, nice. So we can load the header. Next up, as far as I understand, are entries for the talk entries themselves and some values for them. Let me see, what are they called? Talk header. EU chunk IDs. Okay. These are 12 bytes long, and we also should see that in the header. Yep, that's the size of them. Okay. And the chunk index should be swapped. Okay, sure, why not? Okay, let's take that. Oh, by the way, to see them in the hex a little better, this would be one entry. You can just adjust this, and you can see this is now nicely, it gets under each other. Where, as far as I understand, first 8 bytes chunk ID, then chunk index, padding, and the actual chunk type. Seems to be only 1, 2, or 9. Well, I will see later. And we have to read those now. So let's make a placeholder for that. This is still part of the header. This would be part of the resource. I need this. Let's make them all public. Better naming. Okay. Placeholder for this. Okay, so it's just flipped. Okay, so this is a lower byte, this is a higher byte. Good old bit shifting. Same for the chunk type. Alright. We have a whole list of those. Actually, we know how many. Chunk IDs. Like this. Yeah, C#. Now we iterate over them. Top entry count. First chunk IDs, new array. And let's read them in. Let's not do that for now. And then let's see where we get out in the hex. Save, rebuild, copy, import. Don't worry, these files are usually just a few of these chunks, and afterwards you can just use them. Do I have my breakpoint still here? No. Just in case. Oh. Cannot attach to Unity. No. Okay, I guess I have to restart Unity. Just a second. And now I can. Hold on. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, that's a global top file, I don't want to play with that. This one. Okay, let's go to here. I got quite a lot of chunk IDs. Please wait. Okay, let's look at one of them. Type looks okay. Okay, and we are at what position? Okay, it's pretty aligned. And yeah, it looks like it's different here, just to be sure. So yeah, list ends here. That doesn't seem right. I would say this is the last entry. Okay, let's do a little bit of math here. So that's the amount that we have. And let's multiply by the size. That's how far we should be in the fire. Let's remember, the header size is 90. So we can skip that. So starting from here, we expect that many bytes, and it ends with 0, 1. Okay, that is fine. And our offset should be something not so straight. That is definitely not correct. Okay, do we read the chunks wrong? Always possible. We read 8, we read 2, and another 2, that's 4, that's 12. Okay, maybe we started at the wrong offset. Let's try that again. Bam, bam, bam. Let me back. Let's go here. Okay, we're already there. Before we start reading essentially these entries, position should be 90. Talk entry card. Okay, let's see after one entry. C. That is definitely not correct. What? Okay, let's start this over. You go here. First stream, okay. We are at position 90. How did it jump to 1000 here? What? I guess something my debugging here is not updated. Wait. Fresh copy. What the hell? His position is 90, okay. Still 90, I go in here. His position is still 90, okay. 98. A, B, C. So That would be correct. What? Why did we exit this loop? Okay, so we are here. One entry. Oh, that's global. Okay, that was correct. Now it's the correct file. I see. Okay. Here. Yeah, that looks more correct. Yes, this was the last line, and here comes the next stuff. Great, so that works. Whew, so one thing less to worry about. So what's next? Chunk offset length. That is some funny business. I already looked into this before. So essentially what they're doing next is by trickery. This is, yeah, these are 10 entries. 10. You can see now the list. Here are all the entries. And the idea is that one entry has a size of 5 bytes. This is a 5 byte value. It's just packed in this way. I guess they don't need bigger values because then you get over gigabyte sizes. But yeah, let's read those in. So first off, copy a little bit from here. I don't want this to be a struct, but it's not a problem yet. Why is this unsafe? Don't need that. Does this look nicer if I indent it a bit more? Nah. Let's leave it that way. Okay, we have these. We can load them from a stream. Now let's have a list of them. Not like this. Offset and so same idea. So we have it. Let's see what we get. Yeah. Rebuild. Copy. Import. Reload. breakpoint. Actually, no. Here. Okay. This is a global talk. This is the one I'm interested in. Okay, I got these. Quick check, was it the same count? Right, would make sense if not. Yeah. Entry count. Perfect hash map. Huh. Okay, let's test this first. Offsets and length. Oh, please wait. I mean, sure, why not? Let's take one of these. Offset. Let's see if this makes sense. So this would be, I guess in the pack file. Nah, seems not to be anywhere. Okay, that's somewhere in the middle. Alright, let's find out later what these are for. Interesting. This looks a lot like compression. This looks like a header. Okay, I don't know yet, so we will see later, I guess. So now we have this whole chunk perfect hash map. Whatever that is. Before we come, compression blocks, yeah, if I already can read this. Compression method, compression blocks, compression method, compression size. Let me guess, if I read so much, I get the next entry. Nope. That was worth a try. Okay. That's the header, chunk IDs. So we need this. Makes other stuff also read only. Okay, why not? Let's make it all read only. Okay. Next stuff goes here. Yeah, I could probably rename this probably. Okay, header, chunk IDs. Okay. These are ints, okay. Oh wait, how many? Oh, we have a count for it, right? Okay, same thing here. And those are these. Actually, let's make these comments here as well for my own sanity later. I mean, yeah, chunk of stats IDs. I can read, fuck this, never mind. I don't like too many parentheses. Okay. Let's deformat this. Rebuild. Copy. Sure. And reload. No idea what these hash seeds are supposed to be yet, but let's see. So seems we have some. One. We are in global. Okay, never mind. And we have a lot. Actually, okay, where's our stream at? We start here. Oh no, wrong file. Yeah, data seems to differ here. Alright. So where we at afterwards? Yeah. Okay, and data changes again. You can see here this is structured integer or 4 byte aligned. Here probably too, but there's a lot of zeros in between. Okay, what's next? Perfect map, hash map, compression blocks. Huh. See, this place would already be good to have a game hint, like I do. Compression blocks. This is used. Huh. It just inserted dummy data, okay. Well, let's see how this works. Size 5. Whoa. 5, 3, 3, 1. Multiple of 12 again. Okay. Okay, yeah. Weird file format. What are we doing here? Okay, let's first make a class for it. And now we will have a list of them. Compressed block entries. Okay. Obviously, we start by just reading bytes. Okay, but hold on. What are we doing here? Byte is a U long. And offset mask. Shift 24. Size bits. Okay, offset bits. 40 divided by 8 are 5. So offset is okay. This. Okay. How about this? 8 bytes for U long, but we only read 5. Ah yeah, what are we actually saving here? These. Lesen 5 und starten bei 3. Kann ich das machen? Can I do this? The idea is just to ignore that the upper bytes are 0. Oh, see, yeah, this is a block size. Some weird behavior in between, but let's ignore that for now. So, least byte, biggest byte. Okay, and just have to read it at the start. Okay, never mind, so that should work. Offset. It's a bit weird, but Okay. Now we want uints. Oh, sorry. But we only read 3 bytes. The next one should be at 100. That's not true. No. Because the next block is at 10,000. Nope. How to read this data? Here it's all 0, so it's hard to tell. These go up. Okay, and then this is the next big one. Okay. Okay, so this should work as well. Okay, compressed size. Let's do that again for the uncompressed size. Compression method index. Just right. And that's it. Now we have a list of them. Okay. Let me guess how many. Okay. Never mind then. Compression blocks. Okay, compression blocks. Now let's just read them all in. Cool, let's see what we get. So there's my debugger, okay. And let's go to the debugging part. I can already see I have to make a part 2. Didn't even get to the file names yet. Okay. This is a global file. This is an interesting file. We are at this position. Looks correct. Please wait. Yeah, come on, give me a preview. Hello. Please unfold. Nope. Maybe now? Well, there's a few entries. Well, then how about... Oh, it froze. Great. Okay. Bye. Locals. Compression block. This. Compression blocks. Come on. Can't. Really? Okay, never mind. Let's do that again. And let's just grab a few and see if we get valid data. Compression blocks. Why has it... Okay, never mind. Something not computing. And again. Totally different file, but okay. Oh yeah, because I already allocate so many, right? Ooh. Okay. That explains stuff. Okay. Okay, first entry, yeah. Compression method, I guess not compressed. Can I make this bigger maybe? So it's better readable for you. Okay. Yeah, this looks pretty valid to me. So, just for my own curiosity. Breakpoint. Wrong editor. Correct editor. Let's get back to this. Try that again. This. Come on, let me. Breakpoint here. Okay. So the first one is really just flat out that many bytes. Let's try this here. Could be not. What the hell is this kind of content here? Same deal, okay. Oh, these are consecutive blocks. 10,000. Really small one. I wonder how these belong together later. Okay, nice. Well, that's how far we can already read these files. Yes, I copied a lot. Again, I will put these the link to this file in the description. And thanks to, what's his name? FabianFG for this pre-done work. And hopefully after some time we can then see imports into Unity. And I'm pretty sure I have to make a part 2, so hopefully see you soon with more updates on my importer tool. Thanks for watching and have a nice day or evening. Bye!